Judge Jackson has got an incredible resume, and she's personally a very charming person. But the role of the Supreme Court justice is unique because there is no higher court to grade your papers or to correct you if you get outside your lane, so to speak. And I simply couldn't get a firm commitment from her about her judicial philosophy. Amy Coney Barrett, the last Supreme Court justice we had, said that she believed that judges should be bound by the written Constitution, by the text of the laws, and should not be free to roam around and be a sort of a policymaker wearing black robes that happen to be unelected. So I just simply did not have the confidence that Judge Jackson would be that kind of judge. And I believe that there are decisions under our Constitution that are reserved exclusively to Congress and the executive branch, because we run for election and people can vote for us, they can vote against us, they can call us on the phone, write us, email us if they don't like what we're doing, but you have none of the recourse on a Supreme Court justice.
Does it concern you at all that we've seen a few recent Supreme Court justice nominees really fall down party lines, in the past, at least the past two administrations, if not longer?
Well, I think that's an indication that people feel like the judges have become, and the judicial branch have become just another branch of politics. If judges, all they were doing was calling balls and strikes and, weren't players in the game, so to speak, I don't think these would be as controversial as they are. But because people see them as policymakers, again, wearing black robes, unelected, unaccountable to the people, that's why there's so much time and effort and emotion and money put into the confirmation proceedings. I'm not particularly enamored of these confirmation proceedings. I think nominees tend to be overcoached and not particularly candid about their views, because they've been told that if you don't answer questions, then you stand a good chance of getting confirmed. If you answer questions, it may create controversy that might result in your confirmation being in doubt.
Is that more of an indictment of the Senate as a whole, and like you said, the hearings and how they're set up?
Well, the Senate and the Congress reflect society, reflect the country, because we are elected directly by the people. And obviously the country is pretty polarized right now. And right now, the people are concerned about things like inflation or crime, things like the border, that the Biden administration doesn't seem to really have any answer to or care much about. And then, of course, there's the war in Europe with Ukraine, the invasion of Ukraine. So there's a lot of polarization. My hope would be, when it comes to these lifetime tenured judges, that they would just call balls and strikes. As you may remember, I was a state court judge in Texas for 13 years on the trial bench in the Supreme Court. I believe strongly in the importance of a good judiciary, but one that does not confuse their job with that of the political branches.
And one last question here about the Supreme Court justice hearings. Some of the questions that you put out there, that Senator Cruz put out there, had a lot of pushback from the public on social media. We saw a lot of fiery comments, let's say. Do you feel that all the questions that you asked were, I'll just say, were fair to Judge Jackson, and especially, like you were saying, to the process of this nominee?
Well, I've been through a number of different judicial confirmation hearings, and I think this one was relatively tame by comparison. I don't doubt the fact that there were people who maybe were cheerleaders for Judge Jackson, who didn't like hard questions. But I thought she's a smart, accomplished person. She wasn't intimidated. She answered the questions by and large, with some exceptions. And if you can't ask the judge about her own record, I don't know what the confirmation hearings are for. So I thought I tried to treat her with respect and dignity and ask her hard questions, and she was able to handle them, certainly, although I would have liked to have more expansive and more responsive answers.